KnowItAllDM. Welcome to my live stream. This is my second official live stream. Today I am on my primary saved game. This is the game that I post videos to YouTube. And I am going to be building a hover vessel today. I will be building one made primarily for Oscutune. That is really good for water transport, but not so much for overland transport. Basically, it's going to be a boat. I am, as some of you who may have been following me for a while know, I'm a big fan of boats and pirates and aquatic adventures. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get Subnautica yet. I would love to play Subnautica. But I did have a good sea-based adventure in Ark Survival Evolved for a while. Which way is the exit? Exit is this way. Okay. Yeah, I got plenty of that. All right. So we had good adventures on the high seas in Ark. So I figured I would create a pirate boat here, and we will have adequate adventures on the not so high seas in Empyrion. Unfortunately, there's no sea-dwelling creatures or anything that would be really interesting here, but, you know, you give and take some depending on what games you play. So I'm actually going to need a lot of steel blocks, and of course if I had Sathium I would make some hardened steel for this thing. But right now I'm starting off with a dock, trying to put a dock down to build this hover vessel. Start right there, and let's just build across here. And I should be able to make this a decent sized hover vessel. It's going to be rather large compared to most hover vessels. I'm thinking about making it not quite as wide as this dock is. But I need to make the dock big enough to actually make the boat on it. So actually the hover vessel might be quite large size. All right. Drone building is kind of wonky. It's not quite as bad as it could be, but it's way the drone's left to right is way too sensitive for my liking, and up and down. Just the mouse movements in general. I wish you could change the sensitivity of the movements based on like the drone, the ships, all that. Although with the ships, it's largely based on the RCS. This drone seems to not be. There should be. I wish there was a setting to turn down the drone rotation sensitivity and all that. Okay. I think that is. That is almost big enough. In fact, that might be big enough. Let me make it a little further out. Let me bring it out to there. And then that should be good. Alright, the rest of that I should be able to do. Like so. Alright. Now, let's start. That will go on later. I'm going to need that, this, and that to start with. Alright, so I want this facing this direction, like so. Alright, now this is going to be the lower back, so I want you to come out that far, I guess, is fine. And that far is fine. I guess it's got a limit, not to how far it can go, but how far you can pull it in one pull, just like the others, although there is no structural integrity for hover vessels. So, alright. And just keep on doing like this until it is finished. Now, the reason I got these extra hover engines is because I'm going to be putting them in the front, on the sides, and all that. I need some light soon, because it is going to be getting dark soon. All right. Do I have this? I know I do have that. It's right here. Huh. And let me put this like that, and that'll at least light up what I'm working on right here. All right, let me get the basic design of this set up. Needs to be a little more like so, and out like so. Alright, now after this I will have it start angling in. I want to make sure that this gets what? Okay, I don't know why that's one too far, but there we go. And now we should see, I need more of these. Let's put you here. No, a little lower. Still needs to go a little lower. Good enough. Give me 1 second. Alright, I am back. Alright, I know it's super dark, but there's really nothing I can do right now about that. Alright. Let's start bringing this side in. You done yet? Of course not. Alright. I'm going to fix this real quick. That's good to start with. I'll grab those other two when I need them. Warning! Drones are on their way to attack your base. Hooray for drone base attacks. Well, when those drones get here, then I'll worry about the attack. Alright, let's start on this side. I hear a plant monster, but I don't see it. There it is. Alright, it's ignoring me for now. Those drones should be getting here any minute. Ah, no! No! Dang it! What just happened here? Whoa. And now there are holes in... hover vessel? Why? Alright, looks like I'm going to have to add the generators and the thing sooner than I would have liked. Alright, it is now upside down, which is unfortunate. But... Alright, generator there. There. Alright, here come the drones. Alright. You see, that's why adding a single wrong block can screw up your entire building process. I don't think they even damaged the shack. Alright. Let's loot all these. And then put the loot in the constructor. Whoa, okay, I can't put all that loot in the constructor. Or can't grab it all. You... Stop it. Behave. And the last one right here. This drone is a pain in the butt to control, but it's so daggone useful. Alright, I think that's it for those. Alright, let's come back over to this hover vessel and try to fix it and get it back on here. Alright, the fuel tank. Why is it not wanting to... Dang it. Looks like I'm going to have to go swimming. Alright, the fuel tank needs to go... That's not a fuel tank. Fuel tank. Fuel tank needs to go there, and it's going to fly up. Are you going to fly? Fly? No? Okay. Going to need to put some fuel in it. And it also needs the RCS. The RCS is going to go right there. Now, once I put fuel in it, it should pop up. While it's upside down, let me go ahead and put at least a couple of the hover engines on. Here and here, and then there was going to be one in the middle in the front. Once I get these two things connected, let me go ahead and get them connected. What? Why is it damaged? Dang it. Ah! Wrong button. I know it's kind of dark and you guys probably can't see too well, but in a minute it'll be alright. Oh, hello, there's someone in my thing. I don't know if it's pronounced cull or cool, but welcome to the stream chat thing. Okay. And then I should be able to do one more, like so. And then connect them like that, and then put this there. That's what I wanted to do. All right. Now I'm going to have to put this on there and then take it off. All right. I'm going to need to get some fuel into my into the vessel so that I can turn it on and then flip it up and hover it over to there. It doesn't have any thrusters yet, but it will do momentarily once I get it straightened up. Okay, I need, just give me one of those. All right, let's put fuel in here. Turn you on, and there you are. Now, why you didn't hover to the top? Okay, you really ought to have hovered to the top, but you didn't. All right, let me go ahead and get the thrusters put in. I was going to do this once I get the whole thing filled in, but I don't have the capability of waiting anymore. All right, there and there. Okay. And then gonna have one thruster here. One thruster on the other side, like so. Is that facing the right way? Yes. One thruster here. And then one over here. Like so. And then one's gonna go in the middle over here. And then one's going to go above that a bit. All right. So. All right, let's get you up and over where you need to go. Is my RCS not working, or do I need more? I think I may need more RCSs because this one is not working too terribly well. All right, let me go make some more RCSs up and see if putting more than one on there will make it turn better. Definitely going to need more of those as well. All right, let's just do 10 more. Let me go ahead and put those two on and see what type of difference that makes. That helped a little bit. All right, let's get you back on the building platform. Now I should just have to rotate you and you'll be good. let's lower you to the ground. Go ahead and turn you off. And now back on. All right. Now, as long as I don't screw up and hit it again, it should be okay. Definitely going to need more RCSs though. Where are you? There you are. Alright, let's go ahead and put all these on. Right. Might actually put another fuel tank on top there, or nah, it'd be another fuel tank that I would put on top. You here, you there, and then the last two will go there. And I believe that actually makes this perfect. That. Let's see. That I've got perfectly straight. That's 10 of those, and then let me do this and that, and I'll put these here. Alright. Let me go ahead and tell it to make another one of those, even though I won't be putting it on later. That. Okay. Next thing is to finish off the floor in here. Yay, it didn't shut off. No, it just lowered to the ground. I'm going to shut it off anyway since it's going to lower to the ground anyway. All right. That's weird. But let's get it as much done as we can. At least it'll be day in a few more minutes. I'm afraid 10 RCSs might not be enough. I might have to put a whole lot more. Okay. Now I've just got this one to close in. Yay! I don't think this is going to be very fun, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? Actually, this is actually really fun. I like building things. I've always liked building things. Now we can just start doing this. I might actually need to put another hover engine on there somewhere. The mirror, is it just getting really, really, really dark right now? Alright, that should have filled you in. There. Okay. Now I've got the floor completely done. Now we can start working on the walls for these areas. Yay, the sun is coming up. Hooray! Alright. To start with, I'm going to need corners like so. They're going to need to be at least 3 high because that is the effective height of a character. So 3 high. Oh, that is all of those blocks. Gonna need a lot more steel blocks. Probably gonna have to go mine more iron. How come that one can go further than this bottom one could? I don't know. But, alright, we've got that. And then the back. Like so. And this side. Like so. All right. And here. All right. Now this whole bottom is going to need to be encompassed. And where it starts angling, I'm going to have to just utilize the same angle style blocks that are there. Now, this is not going to be the very tip of the entire boat. This is actually going to angle upwards, that so it's going to come out to like here up on the upper deck. But on the lower deck here, that's as far up as it's going to go. So here I'm going to need to start putting these in. Oh, you got damaged. I really need a tier 2 multi-tool. Do I have the levels to do? I'm level 20, of course I do. Wait, this is a tier 2. Why is it taking so long to repair steel then? I keep forgetting which save game I'm on. I play so many of them. And this feels like a brand new game because I'm starting over with, well, nothing. Just about nothing. So it feels more new than it actually is. I keep forgetting, you know, like I'm not on a starter planet. I'm on a more advanced planet, but it's not as difficult as some of the other advanced planets. So it feels more like a starter planet just with plasma drones. All right. And you to there. And to there. Now. Now, after this first level here, I'm going to start it angling up and out. Alright, so out here, I'm going to need you to be one of these. That's not right. There we go. But upside down. Is that right? That's not right. Dang it. Is that right? I think that is right. And then that. And then that. And that. Yeah, like that. Now, do I want to do that there or no? I want to do that down at the bottom. At the very bottom. So, give me all these resources back. This is going to take a lot longer than this stream to finish. Let's see. Because it's already been over an hour, and I've just barely got the bottom finished. I'm probably going to do a lot of this off camera, just to get it done. Or I might just do it streaming and not post the stream onto YouTube, because it's going to take hours and I don't have that type of time right today. But tomorrow we are doing the multiplayer. Is that right? No, that's not right. That can't be right. That's got to be it right there. Tomorrow we're recording some more of the multiplayer game. And then Monday I will probably come back to this stream to finish it. I'll probably do a well, technically, I guess tomorrow for you is today if you're watching the recording. So, but tomorrow, from my point of view, during this, like, for the point of view of us during the stream, we'll be doing the multiplayer recording. Time gets all weird when you start streaming and doing videos, doesn't it? And then, actually, these can come out to there, which means I'm definitely going to have to move you up a bit. Ah! Did not mean to do that. And I'm going to put you here. And then this will go like that. Actually, this will end up going out further than I thought, but that's okay. All right. That's not right. Behave. Again, not right. Behave. Is that all the blocks I have? Looks like that's all the blocks I have. Let's see, how much more do I have in here? 300. So it needs to be that one. like so. All right. Okay, so that makes it where this comes out 2 more than you would think. And this one as well. All right. Then of course you and in here I'm going to be using these. Like so. Yeah, let's just do that. All right. So that's the basic beginning of this hover vessel boat that I'm going to be making. Let me see. I am going to need a way to get into it. Probably want that to be up front. I'll figure that out later. But for now, that's going to be it for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I do daily Empyrion Galactic survival videos on YouTube, so check out my channel, KnowItAllDM VG. And I will see you guys again, probably, hopefully, either tomorrow or Monday for another stream. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.